So conjugated dienes, let's make some notes about ways that we can identify these things. There's two other types of conformations that we can have. So I'm just going to say that there's conformations of conjugated dienes, and these are known as it's supposed to be in italics, but S trans versus S cis. The S stands for sigmoidy, and that's not really important. Or sigmoid, sorry, not important. So I don't know why I'm really stressing it. But if something is S trans, it's a conjugated diene that is trans just with respect to that alkene group. So I draw a compound here, and I make sure that it is trans. And it doesn't really matter what the rest of the parts of the molecule are. It could be a chlorine, and it could be a hydroxyl group. Doesn't really matter. This is S trans. This is trans with regards to these. I could have the hydroxyl group. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. We're not really worried about that. That's something that's important. So for S cis, though, is where something is cis just with regards to the alkene group. So anytime you see this, it's a S cis alkene. And I don't really care. It could be whatever. It doesn't matter what's attached to that. I'll say it's an OH group. But this is cis with regards to that alkene. So what else can we say, though, about us? There's also things that we can make notes on. The pi bonds for a conjugated diene versus the overall molecule of a conjugated diene. And I'll explain what I'm talking about, I guess, later on. So when you have, with regards to the pi bonds in a conjugated diene, just the pi bonds are more reactive, okay? So in this molecule here, the pi bonds are more reactive, but the overall molecule is way more stable. So this is kind of frustrating for me because I thought, all the way up into this chapter, we've been taught that if a molecule is more stable, it's less reactive. And this is the one case where the individual pi bonds themselves, not the molecule, but the individual pi bonds are more reactive than the others. So.